Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and tonight we're talking about losing interest. No, I'm not talking about that money in your bank account. I'm talking about keeping a partner interested and how easily you can lose interest. Before you lose interest in me, let me grab a drink, baby, because my guy Jesse James is here.
Hey.
Hey, what you got?
I got a whole latte pumpkin, which is a spiced pumpkin latte.
But a whole latte. Okay, are you gonna hand it to me?
Yeah.
Man, I didn't get your interest for you to hand it on over.
I was
Listen,
too
I need
busy
you in this
looking.
conversation. Head on over to the couch. Because tonight is guys' night. I want to hear the fellas' perspective. And of course, we've got Dr. Viviana Coles in the building. So let's get into it.
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
All right, let's dive into it with the fellas, shall we? We've got Tadarian, we've got Jesse, and we've got Dennis back here. And of course, we've got Dr. Viviana Coles to kind of help us temper and break things down. So we're talking about losing interest. How easy is it for men to lose interest?
Very easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, after I hit that thing one time, if it ain't good, I can go and let you go, you know, because that's an audition spot,
Yeah.
you know. It's easy for men to let women go, lose a little interest in it, because, you know what I'm saying, women got to just do better, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying, Jesse? Like, my bad, I mean throw you in there, but yeah, you know.
No, you're right. I usually lose interest as soon as I come to.
Yeah, kind of my senses, right? You know what I'm saying?
Even if I'm crazy about something, I'm like, well, I'm done with this for now.
Dennis is trying to get away from
I'm
this
gay. It's a whole different situation. It's a whole nother.
Y'all don't come?
We come a lot, over and over again. But it's a different scenario. I don't know. I think that if you're trying to figure out if you've been dating or if you're in a relationship or if you have been with somebody and you're married, those are whole different categories of like what keeps your interest going versus like where you're at in that situation, how your outlook is. So
Dennis, this is great. This is
Yeah.
great. You've just now outlined this show.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
we're dating, right? I know some of us are married, but we're just setting up, you know, the examples here. So we're dating. How easy is it to lose interest when you're in the dating pool?
In the early part of dating, it's incredibly easy. As soon as it's not fun anymore is when I'm going to lose interest. If we're just casually dating and it's already not fun, like that's it for me. We're just going to move on and try somebody else, I think.
And
Yeah.
that's the problem with dating apps. Because that can happen the minute you see something is misspelled, unflattering angle, not responding quickly enough or with the right answer. People just say, okay, on to the next. And there is no sense of like, let's dive in, let's dig in deeper. It's just on to the next. Very shallow.
So am I hearing, Dr. Viviana, that you don't like dating apps? Is that
Most dating apps are vile. And they just don't get the point across, which is if you're really trying to connect with somebody, swiping on a picture or giving them a 0.0008 second glimpse isn't going to get you from A to B, much less A to Z.
I don't know, Doc, with all of the ass and titties that women are showing nowadays online, they're very much getting their point across, you know what I'm saying, and what they want to show us. But I would say just with dating and losing the interest thing, I would say that it depends on like what you have with that person. You know, like if you been together and y'all done built some things or y'all got kids, of course you're not gonna like let that thing go easily. You know, you're gonna fight for it, but if y'all just not really vibing and it's not working, then yeah, you let it go. But I mean, with just the social media apps, I mean, like the way these women are just showing their feet, you know, they butt, you know, they boobs, their hair, their makeup, their filters, everything that they're showing, it's just so hard to not be lustful. So I think women just need to stop, like,
if they're looking for a genuine connection,
Yes.
not go for
they
that?
gotta stop.
Okay, so Dennis, for you,
It's across the board. I think it's the same thing, but at the same time, like in my situation, gay apps or just in general are more direct. People have very like, what are you looking for? What are your interests? Are we gonna work? How much time do you need a week? Like, how much time? Those are the difference between like gay and straight apps.
oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like,
it
so
is.
we're very to the point, but also at the same time, if you tell us something and you don't abide by that, we are quick to lose it.
But then
Quick-
it's so
quick to lose
easy though
interest.
because like men are more happier. Like the gay couples will look happy. You know what I'm saying? It's two men.
That's a false narrative.
That's
they
a
look-
false
That's a
narrative?
like, that's a false narrative. Everybody's a false narrative.
They
Everybody
looking
wants
happy
you-
out there to me.
Everybody wants to look good when they're shining and want somebody to have their shiny trophy, right? I think the real thing I have to agree with the doctor about is that like me and my husband didn't meet on the app. We met on a Sunday fun day, crossing through a door, and I didn't say hello. I walked to the next place. I saw him, but I didn't want to say anything to him. Wasn't sure what his situation was. Was kind of having a good day with my friends, and then made that person come out of their shell to come say hello to me. And I think that's where we connected and built that level of interest and like we're excited. But what we did was something different. off the subject, but we both dated other people while we figured out if we wanted to date each other. So I knew who he was dating. He knew who I was dating, but we were also spending time together. So then I think when you have that level of interest, you know that you're interested for the right reasons, instead of it being the surface level where you like ass and titties or whatever it is you call them about. I was more interested in, like, do I want to show this person to my family or my friends or go to the movies with this person? Dating means that you are honest about the situation that you're in and trying out the options, right?
That's wrong.
That's not wrong.
That's not wrong. Me and my husband did a similar thing. We were long distance for a number of years, so we were open in the beginning, and we would tell each other about our escapades and all the fun we were having with other people. But our emotional connection just kept growing over time, and then it was like my husband was like, "Absolutely not."
You're saying it don't work, but we
Y'all
all
are just
we're all
working.
married.
Y'all are working way too hard on dating. Is all I feel
Yeah,
like. But you do all that work and then you don't vibe, so who cares? Like the
Right,
vibe
but the
is the
thing
only
is
thing.
that,
That's what
so
it's all built on.
Mine
is
wasn't
the
that way though.
vibe.
My vibe was this way. I ended up being in a situation where I connected with both those people,
Yeah.
and my partner, who is my husband now, was dating someone else, and it didn't work out with them. So my partner had to step up and say, "I want you for myself." With no one else, and I'm willing to make that investment in you, and that's how I knew that was the person for me, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it anyway. You're still hooking up with people on the sides when you're.
That's what I want you to get. That's what I was getting at. That's what I want you to say.
That's what
I
I'm
want
saying,
you to
but
put it
you
out
are.
there.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You all.
No, we don't know each other. He'll know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like
Yeah,
in
I know
that
what I'm
dating
doing.
aspect,
True.
if you're in that dating aspect and you're not telling somebody that you're doing something, but you got this girl on top, but you got to go this way because you can't let it be seen by that. I'm not doing that. I want them to know that I'm with this person.
But that's what I was saying. Like, that's what I noticed, that's what a lot of people are doing. A lot of people are actually like, they have their person and then they fooling with somebody else on the side, and then when they leave out, they got that person. I'm saying that don't typically work with women. You can't really do that because a lot of women won't
you can't,
compete.
and most women do not want
Right.
to be. But most men are dating at least 7 people at one time.
What?
Even if you got 2 of them, it's a problem. Women don't just let you, hey, I got her and then I want you too, and I'm gonna figure out I'm gonna date the best
Well,
of y'all.
and that's the other part of
No.
this is that you have to be, as a woman, if that's something that you're into, if you're, or a man or anyone, if you're interested in being exclusive from the get, you need to say that.
All right, this conversation is going all over the place. I'm loving this, and I know you are at home, so you stay right there. Stay interested. We'll be right back.
When a man loses interest in you, here's some phrases he will say and the actual meaning behind them. Can we be friends? Means let me keep you around in case I don't find someone else. It's not you, it's me. Meaning I have lost attraction for you. You deserve better. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm not in love with you. I need to focus on my career. Being with you is not a priority in my life. And final one, I'm not ready for a relationship. Meaning I do want a relationship, just not with you.
Okay, you may have heard some of those or said some of those. We're talking about losing interest tonight. We've got Tadarian, we've got Jesse, we've got Dennis, and we've got Dr. Viviana Coles. Dr. Viviana, you were nodding the whole time he was talking.
100%. And nobody wants to translate it that way, but I think that was a really good point. All of those are valid. And you always want to be the one who's like, I can change your mind. No, don't try to change somebody's mind. If it's not the right time, it's not the right time.
Yeah. Fellas, have y'all ever used any of those terms?
No, I think the closest I've ever come is you need to get your and get the out of my house. That is probably the closest I've ever come. Is that really how people break up with each other?
Oh, I've done that. I've done that.
You've done this,
I've
what
done
Jesse
that.
just
I've
said.
done that.
Okay.
I've done
Take
that. I've
your
been
crazy
like,
ass
I've been
and
like,
get
this
out of
is
my
hit the end of
life.
the road, and I'm okay with you taking as much time as you need to get out of this
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
but you've got to go. Yeah.
No, unfortunately, normally I just ignore it at the end. I mean, unless we're like serious, we have to have an official breakup. If it's just like we were dating and nothing was official and stuff, then I'm probably just going to let it fizzle out on its own. We don't need to make a whole statement about this.
No closure.
Oh, not
Okay,
a
so but
closure.
when it's like a more serious relationship, how do you close? Take a
I
sip.
don't think any of my experiences are as mature and well balanced as y'all's experiences in life, because none of my breakups have been amicable or anything close to that.
That's
So-
horrible. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry that you view dating like it's a professional world instead
I
of
mean,
just like
I
out of
just feel like-
passion and love and excitement.
Well, because
that
so
to
many
me seems like
people-
so, no offense,
Oh, yeah.
dead.
Yeah,
Like,
but then
it's-
the other.
You're not looking for a business
alternative,
partner. You're
though-
looking for somebody who stirs that up inside of you.
I think that in order to be in a long-lasting relationship, you have to give some respect to the fact that it is managing a relationship. It is a
Yeah.
household.
That's
It is-
only accurate for your personality, and because you believe it, it is true. But for me, I don't see how that could work. Because for me to take feelings out of it and to let it be
Oh,
that.
that's not happening.
Well,
Willie,
for me to look
I have
at it
been
so
married for 16 years,
officially-
and there's lots of passion.
For me to
There's
look
a
at it
lot of
something
passion.
like so structurally instead of us just, I don't know, it just seems so.
Well, we're talking about discussions and being able to argue without it turning into something ugly. Being able to, in a mature way, respect and honor the person that you've spent some time
I'm
with.
just talking about breaking up. I'm not talking about how you approach arguments in the entire relationship.
Okay, so with breakups, and this is something that I was just recently talking to a client about, you may not always get the closure that you want, but in order to set yourself up to not have that emotional baggage we're all talking about, you do need to have some sort of a recognition, whether it's individually or as a couple, that this is over, I wish you well, let's go. Not, I hope you die.
Get your and get out of my house is pretty clear closure.
I think I get what you're saying, but I also think I understand what she's saying, right? For me, the middle ground for that is like in that moment you told them to get their and get out, right? And I've pretty much been there too. But there's always this lingering like what happens the next day, like the text message or whatever. You still have some level of conversation there. If you get your shit and get out and never say a word to that person, that's amazing, right? Because like after that, if you can close the door that hard, that's amazing. But like for me, it's the tell your mother to come get your stuff, or it's the tell somebody, your best friend, that like, you know, I understand you're going through something, but I'm not ready to talk to you right now. Those are the steps I think she's saying that you're giving someone that closure, and maybe you even need yourself. You may not. So there are different circumstances, I think, that deal with those situations.
All right, so Darian, I'm going to bring you into this because I feel like you deal with situations differently than everyone else as well. So when you lose interest, how do you handle it? Do you take the road of Jesse James and say, get your and get the out? Or are you a little bit more amicable? Or do you just ghost them?
I mean, it might not be as harsh as that, like get the out, because I still have respect for the woman, but it's on those bases, like once we done, we done. I don't really need to text or call you the next day. I don't need you to come get anything else. And as we've been leading towards the breakup, we're losing each other and losing wanting to be with each other. Pretty much everything has already been said. I mean, I feel like once you get to that point where y'all breaking up, you don't have to repeat yourself anymore. So I know I've been broken up before and I didn't get any closure. And I don't think that girl is hurt by not giving me no closure at all. Matter of fact, she don't give a that she didn't give me any closure. I know it bothered me, you know what I'm saying, for years. And I mean,
And years. You've talked
Yeah,
about this before on the show. Yeah.
That's kind of the point.
No,
is
but I'm
that,
saying like, I'm saying her basically, because I'm better now. You know what I'm saying? I upgraded and I've seen her and she didn't do better than me. So obviously I was the prize, but I'm saying she felt good not giving me the closure. And I remember that stuck with me for years, but I don't know, man, like, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, like, it's a cruel world dating and you just gotta do what's best for you and make you happy. So I ain't gonna lie, once I say we done, we're done, and whatever.
No contact.
Huh?
No contact.
I mean, yeah, I don't do all that. I don't go back. I always upgrade. I don't go back. I'm having my way. Have you seen me?
All right, well, I do want to talk about going back. So when we come back, we're going to talk about if there's a way to regain interest after you start losing it. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about losing interest, breaking up, and all sorts of different things with my friends Darian, Jesse, Dennis, and Dr. Viviana. All right, once we lose interest, is it possible for that person to gain our interest back?
Mm-hmm. It is very, very difficult, especially for men. A lot of men, when they lose that sexual interest, when they lose that attraction, it's very hard to win them back. It's one of the toughest things that I see in my practice, which I don't say very often because I love all of the issues, but that is one of the toughest ones. So that's part of the work within the relationship. If you want to invest in a long-term relationship, you got to keep on looking for what's attractive. You got to talk to your partner more openly so that y'all can keep novelty and fun and excitement and attraction going, because once it's gone, it is very hard. Not impossible. With some work that can happen, but usually if it's gone, if that like spark isn't even there, it's it.
Fellas, is that part of y'all's experience?
I still be wanting to hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still be wanting to hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even without the attraction?
I always want to hit it. What you mean? Like
Yeah.
I still want to hit it.
So you want to use her?
Why?
I ain't say that. No, you putting words in my mouth.
Well, you don't have
You
attraction, so
You
what's
said
going
that
on?
you said as far as men go, you said it's hard for me to get the interest back, and I'm saying no. I always date women that I like, so I still want to hit it. Even a girl that didn't give me closure, I still want to hit it.
Yeah.
Is it like a power dynamic, Jesse?
No,
or-
I don't. For me, I don't think it is. But I think similarly to you, where once I'm emotionally over the relationship, that's it. There's no once I don't feel anything towards you. There's no getting that back. Once I can't fight with you or argue with you, and I don't care enough anymore, that doesn't come back. But
Me finding you
if we
attractive.
if we still have that kind of connection and those sparks still fly in that way,
Yeah.
like yeah, we can hang out at some point in the future. But even the few times I've ever done that with an ex, the amount of time between when we split up and we hang out again has to be a long time.
So you
'Cause I don't want to
you can
confuse
compartmentalize.
because it's separate now.
Yeah,
now we're
got
just
it.
two old friends hanging out and having a fun time. You're not an ex who we're still going through this
You're not going to be
about.
triggered again.
Right, and
all
is
of a
it fun for you too? It's not me reaching out at 2:00 in the morning like, hey, are you up? It's just like, is this something fun we want to do? But
So we still
but it will
want to hit
never
it.
re-
We're
right,
still
right,
saying
right.
We
yeah.
still want to hit
I
it.
think that's
like-
everybody. I think that goes across the board. I think that goes
Yeah.
for everybody in that aspect. But I think it's for me. It's almost like for me the interest when the interest is gone. Like when we've broken up, like they were saying, if I've gotten closure out of it, I'm not going back down that situation.
But Dr. Viviana, do you think that's a good way? Because you said earlier that men date 7 women at once, right?
Yeah, online they're dating at least 7. That's the
So
statistic.
should
average.
women be dating multiple people at once? Should you wait to call things exclusive and date multiple people?
Well, there's a
and
difference
clearly
between dating and dating exclusively. I think that if you're online, you should expect that the person that you're talking to, whether it's you or someone else, that you're dating more than one person, at least more than one person.
Fair.
The expectation shouldn't be, well, I'm monogamous with you, so you are too.
Right.
Don't assume that, right?
Yeah.
But I think that for most women, and I'm speaking majority, for heterosexual couples, it's this idea that, well, I want to give my attention to one person, but they feel very wronged when the other person is sharing their attention with others. So I just think it's so important to say either, hey, I really like you. We've talked several times. We've gone on several dates. I want to see what it's going to be like to just be us. Can you give me a month? Give me a month of attention, just us. Let's see where this goes. And if at the end of that month, we're just not growing, let's move on. But I feel like you need to be very intentional with your dating, and so many people aren't, and they're just like this, spread around. And then it's like at the end of the year, no projects are done because you worked on the bathroom and the patio and the kitchen. No, work on one thing, focus. If done, move on.
Yeah. If we lose interest, we lose
It
interest.
sounds kind of boring. Sounds kind of boring to focus on one thing.
Oh my gosh.
kinda
Listen,
boring.
I'm here for keeping interest in my bank account and in my partners that I choose to be exclusive with. All right. Cheers to y'all coming. All right. Coming up next, my guy Jesse's taking me behind the bar to show me how to make this. And listen, tomorrow the ladies are coming to discuss this very same topic. You stay right there. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm so glad I kept your interest. I'm behind the bar now with Jesse James, who is no longer the bar manager at the Secret Group. He is the general manager! That's why you haven't seen him here in a while. But he's here today, baby, to do what?
Back that
glass up! Yes! Okay.
All right, you ready to get into this?
Hell yeah, let's go.
So I'm making you a holiday drink because we just put our holiday menu out at the Secret Group.
Woo!
We're gonna have a spiced chai apple cider along with a couple other new drinks. But today I'm gonna make you a spiced pumpkin latte.
Okay.
Let's go.
I like it a lot. Okay, so we've got a new holiday menu. So are you still like developing the beverage program then?
I am doing all the beverage program now, along with all the ordering and everything else that we do at the club.
Oh my God, so what's that kind of stress?
It's not a lot of stress, but it is very busy. But it wouldn't say it's stressful. It's a lot of fun. Do you have any idea how fun it is running a place like Secret Group?
I mean,
My job is to be a full-time party all the time. I love it.
Yes, which is why we love you here.
Love you.
Okay, so you haven't lost interest in the Secret Group.
Not at all. If anything, I'd say I'm even more dedicated to it now and even more excited about everything we're doing because we have a bunch of holiday shows coming up. Bunch of holiday drinks coming out.
Okay.
All kinds of
so
concerts.
you talked about
comedians.
the chai latte. What else? What else is on the holiday menu?
I'm gonna make a hard cocoa with peppermint schnapps and hot cocoa that I'm gonna have at the club. I'm super excited about that one.
Why is he so excited about these things but not delivering them here right now to me? I don't
Well, we
like
can
this.
stay all night and make the whole menu if you want.
'Cause, hey, we gotta be out of here by midnight, bro.
Can we get a DD?
Everybody wants to drink. Unfortunately, we can't do that. We don't got DDs.
We don't have DDs. We're gonna have to walk home.
Oh, it is what it is.
We're not gonna be able to walk in a straight line when we're done. You know that, right?
I know.
I also want to bring
Listen.
up that this is made with Cruiser Cold Brew, which is a local Houston company that makes all of their own cold brew in-house.
Oh, so
Need
we're supporting
anything, hit 'em
local
up.
too.
Absolutely.
Cruiser Cold Brew. I love it. All right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, hold up. They ready.
Oh, hey.
Dennis wants his refill. Tadarian needs to start drinking. Listen, all right, well, cheers to you at home. I hope we kept your interest all night. And remember, the ladies are coming tomorrow to discuss the same thing. Hopefully, it's just as heated as it was here tonight. We'll see you guys next time.